It's Friday, October 19, and this is your Barbados Today Evening News Update. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Police are continuing investigations into an apparent suicide. Junior Watson of First Avenue, the IV St. Michael, died early this morning at the Accident and Emergency Department of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, one day after he consumed medication. Barbados Today visited his mother, Maxine Barker, and she told us she was still numb.
Even though my son is gone, it has not hit me full yet. Because I have been traumatized so much over the years. In the home, in the work, I've been traumatized. And like part of my soul is now gone. They gotta do soul retrieval now. I gotta do soul retrieval. I was looking at it till last night. I have to do soul retrieval. Because that is what I need to do now, because I cannot feel his death yet. He's my only child.
In other news this Friday, 4 business operators in the city are counting massive losses after their stores were gutted by fire in the wee hours of this morning. The blaze destroyed Fergie's, Hide and Chic, Symphony Boutique and Majestic Palace. When Barbados Today visited the scene, the shocked owners were busy surveying the damage and several declined to speak. However, Kevin Ferguson, the owner of Fergie's, said his establishment was insured, but he is expecting thousands of dollars in losses.
I can't see everything, that's why I can't tell you that, but just in the front alone. And then of course there is all the money that you're not going to earn while you're looking for a place to set up and regroup yourself. So yeah, it's got to be in the thousands, tens of thousands.
Police investigations are continuing. Layoffs in the public service have begun, but the National Union of Public Workers is not happy with the process. The NUPW's Assistant General Secretary, Wayne Waldron, said the union has been receiving reports from affected members that they received a verbal notification of their termination without the promised payments.
The National Public Workers is extremely concerned by a number of reports from employees informing us that they have received oral communication that today is their last at work, they have been terminated. What is disturbing contrary to the assurance given that all workers will go on with their entitlements and packages, these workers are being told they'll be contacted when letters are ready and when their monies are ready, they will be contacted. This seems to suggest that the relevant agencies are not quite ready with all final terminal arrangements, but they are mandated to just get the workers terminated. I call it the chop exercise, not the scalpel. This is a chop exercise. This is very barbaric and inhumane, because before you're ready to deal with all the loose ends to deal with proper termination, you are sending home workers empty-handed.
In other news, the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union appears to be rethinking its alliance with the Congress of Trade Union and Staff Associations. This morning, BSTU President Mary Redmond revealed that the behavior of one CITUSAB official is threatening to jeopardize the entire coalition of workers. She made the comments as she addressed activities marking a Teachers' Professional Day at Solidarity House.
To draw your attention to difficulties we are having with particularly one officer of CITUSAB. I don't want to say the organization because it is not only the BSTU. There are other organizations in CITUSAB that are experiencing the same difficulties. And it is a situation where one officer in particular does not understand how his behavior and his words have the potential effect of destroying that organization. It is a situation where, in many ways, that particular officer behaves as if CITUSAB is his personal and private club.
The Barbados government today received an insurance payout of $5.8 million to help cover the costs of damage associated with this month's passage of Tropical Storm Kirk. Prime Minister Mia Mottley was presented with the check from officials of the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Fund during a brief ceremony at Parliament Building. She welcomed the funds but expressed concern that adverse events are now becoming the norm.
But the reality is that we are living in a world where such adverse weather events are now regrettably becoming a norm because of climate change. And we have, therefore, to continue to strengthen the work of CRIF. But in addition to that, we have also to take our own actions to be able to mitigate the negative impact of these events. Barbados in particular has to come to grips with being able to deal with its drainage.
A flood watch is in effect for Barbados until noon Sunday, October 21. According to the Barbados Met Office, a developing trough system in combination with the Intertropical Convergence Zone has been affecting the island over the past 2 days and are forecast to persist into the weekend. The forecasters say the island will continue to experience overcast skies, outbreaks of moderate to heavy showers, periods of rain, and occasional gusty winds. Rainfall accumulations of 1 to 2 inches have already been recorded in some parts of the island over the past 2 days, and further accumulations of at least 3 to 5 inches are likely. The Met officials advise those in flood-prone areas to remain on alert and to take the necessary precautions. In sports, Barbadian superstar Rihanna created ripples in international sports. The pop sensation has turned down an offer to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show because she supported former National Football League quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick is the player to kneel as the national anthem was being played at a game in protest of racial inequality and police brutality against people and minorities in the United States. Representatives from the NFL and Rihanna did not immediately respond to requests for comment. A CBS spokesman directed questions to the NFL.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, 2 students from the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies were released on $5,000 bail each after they appeared in court today on several charges following yesterday's demonstration by students. The students, Nathaniel John and Brian Richards, who are due to reappear in court on November 16, have been charged with resisting arrest, assault, and disorderly conduct. They were among the hundreds of students who were protesting the alleged attempted rape of a female student earlier this week. The UWI said initial investigations had indicated that there was no evidence of an attempted rape of a female student, but at a Students' Guild meeting on Thursday, the students took to blocking the entrance of the university and calling on the authorities to outline the plans for their security. President of the Students' Guild, Darian Naraina, said the police used excessive force in breaking up the demonstration and likened the situation to police brutality. But Police Commissioner Gary Griffith dismissed the allegation, saying the police responded to what was unfolding at the institution because the students were breaking the law. And further afield, a commuter train traveling at high speed ran through a crowd of people on the rail tracks in northern India, killing at least 59 people on Friday. Video footage from the scene showed hundreds had gathered to watch the burning of an effigy as part of the Dussehra festival celebrations when the commuter train ran through the crowd. The state police chief reported that emergency officials were still trying to ascertain the extent of the disaster on the outskirts of Amritsar in Punjab state. And that's news. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.